What's up, people? Get in here. Come on in. I got an important message earlier from Luke, rather lengthy message about how he wants to do this. Hey, what's up, Dustin? Yeah, I got a message from Luke about how he wants to do this giveaway. So I'm going to read it out loud. I sent it to myself. I emailed it to myself. I'm going to oh yeah, it was a text message and I emailed it to myself. I'm going to read it out loud just to offer total transparency with the community, with the village. There's no backroom deals going down. And if what Luke says, if how he wants it to go, if I don't want to do his vision, I'm just going to refuse. So we'll see. But let's give it a couple more minutes, and then I'll start reading this message from Luke. Here's the message. It's rather long. Welcome, welcome team, welcome village. I got an email from Luke about how he wants to do the AMP giveaway. I'm going to read it momentarily. This is going to be like a $5,000 amplifier. Anybody else from the village want to enter the chat? I'll start reading the email shortly. Okay, guys, are we ready to hear this? I've got it ready. You guys ready for this? Okay, here we go. Preliminary applicant requisites. You must be subscribed to this channel and Luke's channel. You must have a cabinet, a speaker cabinet. You must provide a wind-up video showing your current rig, and you must promise to provide a follow-up video if you win. My duties: create a random chance lottery game drawing. Must have a minimum of 30 individual applicants, players. No duplicate, so you can't have your wife join this or that sort of thing. No duplicates. 30 individual applicants before the giveaway begins. I have to send the winner the amp. I must give an honest review of the amp. Luke will build an amp of his choice that will be likely 40 watts or 50 watts. And he will send it to me, maybe hand deliver. He will document the build on his channel. I am welcome to repost his streams, videos, or edit them and repost them. On his channel and my channel, we will promote the giveaway, coordinate the finale live stream, he would like me to hold on to the amp before the giveaway long enough to really get to know it, take it apart, review it, get a feel for it to the degree that I can explain it innately to another user. Luke says with his current workload, he will likely have to push off one of his builds and fit this one in. He's thinking about doing 40, 50 watt, high gain, single channel effects loop. He suspects late spring, early summer completion. So we have a lot of time to plan this out. His objective is to start building a community, garnering more interest in true boutique. The concept is growth through interest and respect for the craft. He wants to get the forums and other groups like Facebook groups talking about it. He says, my job is to be a hub for that, which he believes could be a path to become a curator of that sort of content and interaction. That is his hope, and he's open to conversation. Hey, what's up, Andre? Andre, you are now a mod. So, Andre, a dude in Central California is going to send me an amplifier and we're going to give it away on this channel. So pop into this channel once in a while because that will be given away probably like May or June, and we'll make content about that amplifier slowly and surely. But yeah, that's going to be like a $5,000 head being given away for free. You know, no strings attached, just sub to the channel. I'm good. Can't complain. We went to the Philippines over Christmas. It was cool. Bernie's parents live there, so we stayed with her parents and Had a good time. Hope you had a good holiday break, man. I know you've been living in limbo. I hope everything's going well. Okay, guys, so I just read this email or this message from Luke. I like how open this is. I don't disagree with any of this message. What I'll have to do is create that random chance lottery. So that's easy. It's probably just going to be pulling little pieces of paper out of a hat and then reading off the name. And if you are in the chat on game day and you say, hey, that's me, then you win. I guess it'll be the last little piece of paper in the hat that wins. Probably be something as simple as that. But keep in mind, you will have to go live on like a FaceTime phone call or whatnot and show that you have a speaker cabinet, show that you're a guitar player, and that's an important part of this. We're not going to give an expensive boutique guitar amp away to somebody that is not a lover of this hobby. I don't want to get into making rules about you have to have microphones and you have to be able to make a professional demonstration video. I don't want to do that. It's just you've got to be a guitar player, you got to have a speaker cab, you got to be ready to accept a tube head into your life and get it rocking. And if you want to be a part of this, I think emailing Luke or myself is probably the best way to do it. What we will want on that email, we'll get back to you about that. But it's probably as simple as just your name, your address, something like that. I don't think we need to do much more besides name and address. I guess username. We'll put out some requests for what we want in an email to be a part of this. Well, it looks like Luke's on the right track with this. I'm happy with that message. We're gonna keep it really simple. You got to be a guitar player. You got to have a speaker cabinet. You got to make a couple YouTube videos about this if you win. Sanad Mahmood. This stream is about expensive tube guitar amplifier giveaway scheduled for May or June 2026. Legacy Amplification in Santa Clarita, California is going to be sending me a guitar amplifier, and it will be given away on this stream. So check in on this stream every once in a while, and also on Legacy Amplifications YouTube, which is ATEC 9020, ATEC 9020 on YouTube. Our channels will work together, and we will give this amplifier away. If you are a guitar player, you would want to get your hands on this amplifier. Guarantee that. Well, that's good news. That it looks like Luke's on the right track after stumbling. Cool. Hey, yeah. Yep, just sub and check in on this channel once in a while. This spring, we will be giving away a amp valued at $5,000. And we'll send it wherever you are in the world, man. It's not just like US only. I live in South Korea. The builder, yep, we're shipping international. The builder is in California. I'm in South Korea. We'll send this to Asia, Middle East, Africa, Europe, the Americas, wherever you're at, we can send this to you. If you are a guitar player that has a speaker cab and is willing to take on a tube head and rock it, you can be a part of this. Yeah, so just sub and check in on this channel once in a while. The giveaway will be in late spring, early summer, so there's a lot of time, but just keep an eye out. Once you start seeing the avatars for the videos that I put out with a photo of the amp, that probably means that I have it in my possession and I'm making videos about it, and it's getting close to giveaway time. That'll be later this year. Yeah, that looks good. So Luke is on the right track. I'm happy with that. The builder of the amplifier gave me some directives in an email, and that all seems like a good plan. Let me look at Rig Talk forums and just see if there's any topics to bring up. Okay, we have Alex Van Halen working with Steve Lukather on a new Van Halen album. I don't know about that. I think that's kind of boring. I'm looking for topics to discuss on Rig Talk, which is one of the leading guitar forums. All right. Sanad Mahmood, thank you for subbing. Here you go. You're now a mod, my man. Mustafa, God is great. If you guys are guitar players, you should sub. Oop. Yeah. And also, my name, Team YDNA, is in support of an amp manufacturer called YDNA Amplification. I am not that manufacturer. I am a client of his. I'm a customer. But check out YDNA Amplification on YouTube. The guy's name is Andy Lederman, Lederman, Andy Lederman or Lederman, Lederman. This guy builds great amps and has kind of started a little movement of sole proprietors and really just a movement of expecting more, wanting more, and not being happy with the big companies that make amplifiers. Because when you look in your amplifier and it looks like a VCR, if you opened a VCR up or a DVD player, that is not how a guitar amplifier should look inside. It should be something that has robust components. It should look like something from the 40s or 50s. It should not look like a DVD player, like the way the Mesa Boogie makes their amps. If it looks like a DVD player inside your amp, when something breaks, you are screwed. So yeah, we want more as consumers, and we expect more, and I'm looking for topics on Rig Talk. Oh, here's a big one. Okay. December 19th, 2025. George Metropolis. It's called it quits. So here's his Facebook post, George Metropolis. He says, "Today, I'm here to make a major announcement. After months of deep soul searching, I've decided to step away from the amp business. With this announcement made, here are some points. The whys." Okay. He says, "Health. My blood pressure is kicking my ass. Need to focus on being more healthy. Well, this is a huge post. Um, Says he's not making any money in this business. I've lived like a starving artist, made many sacrifices, poured every dollar back into the business, and operated with zero financial safety net for 2.5 decades. With no savings, no retirement, no health insurance. What he says about the market, the industry. Slow sales, part shortages, tariffs. These things affect us. We need to sell about 10 amps per month to cover our payroll and overhead. Uh-oh. Getting a call from Jack Lee Guitars. Sorry, Jack Lee Guitars. Can't talk right now. Back to Metropolis talking about the market and industry. They need to sell 10 amps per month to cover payroll and overhead. Since Labor Day, we've taken 5 amp orders. That's unsustainable. I can't promise our crew there is work to do and paycheck coming on Fridays when we don't sell amps. It's not just our little amp company feeling this pinch. The entire industry is down right now. Every week, another guitar or amp manufacturer is closing their doors. All right. Demand. He says, I've parsed my own observations down to a few sentiments. First, we're building steam engines. The world doesn't really need any more of them. Second, everyone who wants a vintage Marshall likely has 3 or more already. Anyone who wants a high-end tube amp likely has several of those as well. Those players are likely plugging into a modeler or digital emulation more often than their beloved tube amps. It's the trend. Technology is exciting. The tone isn't as far off as it used to be, and the convenience supersedes the tonal benefits of big, heavy, loud, expensive tube amps. I get it, and I don't begrudge anyone. That's interesting, George Metropolis. He's raising his glass to modeling. Here's another one of his bullet points. He says, mission accomplished. So he feels like he has accomplished his mission. And that's a good reason to hang it up. It says, mission accomplished. This goes to the literal heart of the matter and sheds light on my character. I'm obsessive and relentless. I started with a self-imposed mandate to separate cranked plexitone from sheer volume. I obsessed over vintage amps, documented everything I could measure, trying to crack the code and learn why they sound the way they do. Eventually, the audio precision came into my life, and I began archiving DNA samples of every old amp that crossed my bench. Armed with this genetic data, I started over from scratch, and after several months, emerged with the Metroplex Mark II. At last, authentic plexitone at any volume. I fulfilled the mandate. The engineering challenge was complete. I believe the Metroplex Mark II is the best amp of its kind. Not being boastful or arrogant, just knowing that I didn't stop until it satisfied my obsessive expectations and held its own against the best of the best reference amps I strive to emulate. Well, that's a tough one, guys. That is a tough one, because he's going out of business, and unlike Bogner and Soldano and some of the others, he's not able to sell his business to boutique amp distribution. So he's too similar to Friedman. Friedman can just put out his vintage line, and that's Metropolis. So all that work that Metropolis did, and he can't even sell it to boutique. That's tough. I hope his wife has a job, if he has a wife. Well, okay. Let me see if there's any other topics I want to bring up. Okay, so YDNA has made over 100 amps, and they're all a little bit different from each other. The Gatekeeper is the name of one of YDNA's amps. Um, yeah, if you look at the gut shots, at the inside of YDNA amps, they look very, very different than if you do a Google search for tube amp gut shots and look at other companies' gut shots. So it's important to have a good layout of components so the wiring is arranged cleanly and neatly. Hiwatt is one of the few big famous companies, big name companies that did wiring and layouts very well. Fender and Marshall never really did clean layouts and wiring. So when you with expensive tube amps, you want it to be laid out. You want it to be designed in a way where the things are put into the box in a way where you have clean wiring. And then you want somebody that is talented at doing clean wiring to wire it up. And you want the components in there to be top of the line. Yeah, Mesa Boogies are nightmares. They look like VCRs when you open them up. They look like DVD players. Not good. Yeah. And if if you have a catastrophic tube failure and it introduces a lot of heat to a PCB board, it will melt the traces on the bottom of the PCB board and you're screwed. So it's very important to use turret board construction, high quality materials, and have it laid out from before it gets made. Have it drawn out by somebody who knows what they're doing so the things are set in a way where the least amount of wire needs to be used and that wires aren't crisscrossing and so on and so forth. Um, I can't really find other topics. Oh, do I own a YDNA amp? Um, so I'll tell you what, man. I have a 50-watt Marshall here that's a Mojotone kit that, and behind it doesn't have a cabinet, but right here there's a 50-watt Hiwatt. YDNA over YouTube helped me build those two. I wouldn't have been able to figure out how to build those without his help. And he did it just kind of off the top of his head. And he found things that were wrong with the way that the Mojotone company told the customer, myself, to assemble the amps. And they had to change their own materials, their own documentation for their customers. So he helped me build those two, and he did things that went off the path of what Mojotone had instructed me to do. So they do have his circuitry in them, but I was the one that assembled them. Right now, he is building an amp live on his YouTube channel that I sent him. I sent him a Fender Princeton. Okay, I sent him a Fender Princeton chassis. I pulled it out of the cabinet down here, sent him the chassis in the mail. He ripped it apart. He made a new amp. I also sent him another donor amp. Yeah, it's Andy backwards. I sent him another donor amp, Ibanez TS15. Just another 6V6 amp. And yeah, he's going to rip that apart and build another little head. So he's making me a couple amps right now. It's cool. And the amps that he's helped me with in the past, these kits that I bought, those are both really awesome also. So I don't have a full-on YDNA amp right now, but I will very soon. Hey man, if you want Mesa gain, if you want Mesa tone, you can contact somebody like YDNA and have a hand built one made. Or if you want to go cheap, but really, if you want the same quality as Mesa, you need to check out the Ukrainian builder. Let me see. Yeah, check out Crab Custom Guitar Effects. Crab, like the crab on the beach. CRAB, Crab. Check out Crab Custom Guitar Effects. You can buy the Crab Mesa style head for cheap, and it's probably just as good quality as Mesa. But keep in mind, if you have catastrophic tube failure, you won't be able to fix it. Or if really anything goes wrong, you probably won't be able to fix it. But this company, Crab, 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 I think they're from Ukraine. They make some cheap, high gain heads. And if you want a Mesa head, you may as well just get a Crab head. Check out Crab. Yeah, their Mesa one is called the Cali Rumble. It's a rectifier clone. They also have the Marcus 3, which is a Mark C++ clone if you want the 80s Metallica. Yeah, Crab is where to go for the cheap high gain heads. Well, to recap, we read an email from Luke, and he's on the right track with how he wants this giveaway to go. It's going to be real simple. You have to be a guitar player. You have to have a speaker cabinet, because you're getting a tube head. How are you going to play without a speaker cabinet? And you got to make a video or two, throw it on YouTube if you win. Simple. Don't have your wife sign up. Your wife is not a guitar player. No duplicates. Individual submissions. One day I will be here and I will start drawing little pieces of paper out of a hat or out of a box or something. The last one in there is the winner. And if that person doesn't respond, then we'll go to the second. We'll see if they're around to respond and claim it. Simple. You don't have to jump through hoops. You don't have to try to learn the secret of how this giveaway is going down. You're a guitar player. You got a speaker cab to plug a head into. You can make a couple videos if you win. That's it. And if you want to be part of it, send Luke or I an email, and that's it. So yeah, just keep an eye out on the channel, because as time goes on with Luke's channel, you'll be seeing it being built, and then it'll transfer over to my channel and we'll be giving it away. So keep an eye out, guys. Okay. Have a good one.